are now tuned in to another episode of the Sillygirlspodcast. I'm your girl, Charsla.
And I'm your girl, KeeKee.
And we dance in the rain. I forgot.
And on this
podcast, we dance in the rain. Y'all, hey, y'all, listen. We ain't been recording it so long, I forgot what the fuck to say. Bitch, I really forgot to say what to say. That is sad. I miss y'all. We back. Hey, y'all. We miss y'all so much. Listen, we ain't been back in so long. Seriously, I really did have a blank. I swear I did.
I see you did.
Thank you for, helping me with the recovery. You know what I'm saying? But anyways, hey, everybody. Okay, listen. I forgot. What do I say next? Bitch. Okay, please go ahead and like the video. Go ahead and comment and say hi. Also, hit the notification bell so you can be notified every time that we drop a video, as well as, tap the subscribe button and join our family, okay? Now, bitch, listen, it has been so long, bitch.
Go follow
us on all the social media platforms. Hold on. It's an arrow that is right under this video. And that arrow means that you can tell somebody that knows somebody that knows somebody. And because they family, I gotta tell them how I tell my family.
Tell them.
Share this motherfucker to a friend. Share it to everybody on your timeline, on your contact list, on that list where, what I'm saying, they put it.
You didn't forget how to do that, did you?
I ain't gonna never forget that. That's like riding a bike. It's like, hey, you know what I'm saying? Share it to all of them. You know what I'm saying? We hope that since y'all ain't been with us, you know what I'm saying, y'all been, all of them, okay?
But
now, y'all know, we know Clay give a damn.
Clay out here.
Your brother give a damn. Oh. My cousin give a damn. Like, you know what I'm saying? We know. We got a couple. You know what I'm saying? The ones who really, you know what I'm saying, that don't never come in or tell us so, you know what I'm saying? We know they give a damn. You know what I'm saying? But hey, y'all, okay, listen. So, we gonna get into why. You know what I'm saying? Anyways, now it's my favorite time of every episode, okay? Because I get the honor to introduce this beautiful soul that is sitting on the side of me that I, have been missing this whole time. You know what I'm saying? I have been craving her, my one-on-one time, for her to come record, So how are you doing, my beautiful, you look so cute with these glasses on. She got put these glasses on right before we record and stuff. So how you doing? How you doing, glasses?
We talk every day. Well, I guess you just missed this. Us doing it.
I do. We ain't did that. Well, it's been months. This is sad.
When last time we did?
It's been months.
Well, February.
It ain't been no damn February, bitch.
It was February, my birthday, and then we didn't do March because my daddy died. Yeah. So that's it. That's what's been going on. My daddy died. I'm grieving. I don't feel.
Okay, yeah. So let's. Okay, so. This whole podcast is going to be the catch-up of the reason why y'all have not seen us. You know what I'm saying? Saw us and for the long break. Because we take, small breaks, but this has been a long break. You know what I'm saying? So this podcast, this whole thing is what's been going on, okay, with us. So I'm going to, let her tell you what's really been going on, with your life. And the reason why we have not record.
Well, we did record because I had fell and hurt my foot too.
Mm-hmm.
Lord, I fell and hurt my foot, and then my daddy died. So I've been grieving. I just feel I'm still not in the spirits to even be recording, but here we are. So reason it's been taking this long because of grief, and that's just that he died, and I'm grieving, and I got a cold and I'm coughing up mucus. So I'm not a happy person, but I'll try to be as present as I can. So if I seem a little off or I'm not as enthusiastic, bear with me. It may be a while before I'm back to my normal self. I'm not planning that, but it's really taking a toll on me. This grief has taken, took a toll on me in the way it happened and everything like that. But other than that, just day-to-day grief. Thankful for people like you, and because she knows how it feels to lose a dad. Yeah, just trying to soak it all in and just navigate life. Being a parentless child. But I will say this, although my biological parents are deceased, I still am blessed to have my bonus daddy who's still in my life. So, and I love him a lot. So that still give me a little hope that I got a parental figure in my life. But it's just been a lot. you know how families, how it act when people die and how families get, and just a lot. But other than that, I'm just taking it one day at a time. I done gained so much weight. Yo, I done gained so much weight, and I was like, oh my God. At first I was like, I ain't gaining much weight, but I tried to put on my favorite pair of jeans. Yeah. So hopefully you'll see me. It ain't gonna be crack, but it's gonna be something. But yeah, so so as far as me, I'm just grieving and taking life as it comes. But let's talk about you.
No. We gonna stay on you for a minute, okay? So, you know, if y'all can put in the comments, you know what I'm saying, you know, showing her some love. Because like I said, I know that, you know, when her father passed, you know what I'm saying, it you know what I'm saying, it changes, you know what I'm saying, your whole life.
Yeah.
Because, you know what I'm saying, there's a pivotal piece that's, you know what I'm saying, that's missing. So, you know what I'm saying? So, because even when I was telling people, I was like, you know what I'm saying, that we was not recording, and, you know, people was like, hey, you know what I'm saying, y'all go lose the people. I'm like, we only got a couple anyway, you know what I'm saying? But however, you know, basically, you know, I know that we supposed to, you know what I'm saying,
continue on, but
you know, but however, it wouldn't have.
We back,
you know what I'm
motherfuckers.
saying? Yeah, we back, you know. But however, for, you know what I'm saying, for the people watching, can you tell them, like, who your daddy was? Like,
that
you know what I'm
nigga, no, who he was as a person.
Mm-hmm.
Me in a male body. Very handsome, very funny, very smart. So my daddy was a street nigga. I mean, well, of course, so my daddy was always smart, intelligent, always had the best of things, but of course he liked the street life, so the street life kind of swallowed him up. But he went to jail for a while, got out, changed his whole life completely for the benefit of my grandmother, to help her out, because we had lost my great-granny, which was her mom, and which was like a mama to him. He was really close to her. So I guess he just realized, you know what, you know, they say people change when they want to change, no matter how much you force them and try to make them stop. So he changed so much. And my daddy always loved the Lord. If y'all would have been there at the wake or the funeral, you would have heard how people talked about how he, you know, he knew that Bible. He know God. Like, he was a great person. If you knew him, you loved him. If you didn't it's a person you would have wanted to know. He was just great. He was funny. And I'm just happy that the last couple of years of his life, the last 7 to 8 years of his life, he had changed from being in the streets, doing all that extra stuff, and got to, you know, experience being a granddad, really experience being a daddy, because growing up, my daddy like 18 years older than me, so he's fairly young. He really didn't have much time because of what he was doing to spend time with all of his kids. It's about 13 of us, and all of us got different mamas, but he know all his kids. And then I'm just happy
that was Rolling Stone.
Rolling.
He was throwing that thing.
He didn't even have
hat. He was throwing that thing.
He didn't even have a hat, but it was.
He was throwing that thing
wherever he went. But yeah, so he got a chance to experience being a granddad, being a dad to his children, and just concerts and just everything, just life. He really enjoyed life, and you know, I find comfort in knowing that his heart was good with God, and if it's like they say it is when you pass, I'll see him again one day, if you know what I'm saying, if I get my shit together, you know what I'm saying. So I know that the last couple of years of his life, he was fulfilled. I'm sure, of course he wasn't ready to go, but I'm just saying, like, he got to experience things that he probably would have never experienced had he not changed his life around. But he was really, really cool. I'm glad I got videos of us together, you know, like stuff like that. But he was great, and he's my twin. And I didn't think that this grief, like when my mama was sick, so you know, I knew that it would eventually come because of her sickness. But with this, it's like boom, and it just happened, caught me like so off guard, and then it's just like everything just started happening. Like it was just like a domino effect with everything. Me being a beneficiary, you know what I'm saying, having to maneuver life, like trying to handle that. But it was so much. Shout out to my little brother, I call him my little. He handled everything as far as the funeral arrangements. I had to get away. I just could not take it. I didn't want to talk about it. Like, he handled that for me. Thank you. Shout out to my brother. I love him. And my sisters too. So it's been a lot. But overall, I don't know how I feel. I think I'm just a shell. I'm just, you know, I don't want to keep, when people say, well, how are you feeling? Because, you know, I don't want to be that person that always be like, oh, like you, or like always like gloomy. I don't want to be that girl. I don't want to be the one to be telling people, oh, just know that I'm still grieving, but I'm trying to be okay. So when people ask me, I'm okay. I'm really not, but I'm gonna tell you I'm okay because I don't want to put that on you. So just pray for your girl. If you worship the devil, don't pray for me. But yeah, pray for me. But overall, it's grief. It's a different type of grief for me, and I'm just trying to get through it the best way that I can. Honestly, I'm taking it one day at a time. Some days are better than others. Some days I wake up almost having a panic attack. Sometimes I can be driving and I have a moment. So it just hits me in waves. But it's fairly new. It was March the 14th. So a month has passed since he been gone. So yeah, that's all. But we're back, and I'm gonna do my best to show up for my girl, you know what I'm saying, as far as this goes. Because I'm sick, and I still like, nah, we gotta record. I can't let my girl hang no more. A month and a half is long enough. Enough about that sad shit before I start hollering.
Okay.
What's going on with you? But hold on, first of all, look at this rough rider. Motorcycle. You looking real. Turquoise is a pretty color on you.
Thank you.
And you look really cute. You look like a and you can go be a dog and make this promise to me and make it back in one piece. You know, she had her hair with the waves. How are you, sweetie pie? Thank you. No, but thank you for showing up for me and being a presence figure in my life. Like you're a real. I ain't gonna start crying because I start crying, but thank you. Go ahead.
I know. I was trying to do. Yeah, I'm like, I ain't even finna start. Listen, I ain't gonna lie to y'all. Listen, usually I'd be like, oh, you know what I'm good. I've been going through it. I ain't finna lie to you. This break, listen, I have been going through it, okay? So, and I'm trying not to get emotional when I say this because somebody had just asked me yesterday, and I hear it coming up in my, you know what I'm saying, my throat. Yeah. However, I don't give a damn, okay?
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna say this, and I said I was gonna say it, and I'm gonna, you know, put a clip and put it on social media, you know what I'm saying, because people was asking and stuff. However, so, okay, y'all know I'm a, you know what I'm saying, I'm basically a starving, you know what I'm saying, artist, you know what I'm saying? And so my whole dream has always been to be on stage in front of the camera. I have been wanting to do that since I was a little girl, you know what I'm saying? I said at, you know what I'm saying, our senior luncheon, you know, at Jarvis, that I was going to be on TV, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. I have been on TV, you know what I'm saying, before and all that stuff. So I, you know what I'm saying, literally these last couple of years, you know what I'm saying, said that I was really about to take it serious because I've been, you know what I'm saying, bull crapping or whatever. And so I've been, you know what I'm saying, auditioning. Y'all, you know what I'm saying, heard that I was in a stage play last year. You know what I'm saying, I'm like, I'm finna start back, you know what I'm saying, going to auditions, casting, and all that other stuff. I was telling her just a minute ago that I had lost money when we first graduated, paying, you know what I'm saying, casting management companies or whatever who took my money or whatever. So anyway, so this last show, I think this what really just fucked me up, okay? Because usually, you know what I'm saying, like when a show or, you know what I'm saying, whatever does not want you, they really stop reaching out. So you can, you know what I'm saying, send your audition tape, you can send, you know what I'm saying, whatever, and then if they don't reach out, then, you know what I'm saying, you don't have it or whatever. So, you know what I'm saying, so this last one, okay, I was talking to the casting directors, producers, you know what I'm saying, they just kept passing me along, and they was loving me, you know what I'm saying, like it was this one, shout out to Hannah, if you watch this, Hannah, shout out to you, a real one, okay? That casting director, she loved me, you know what I'm saying, and so she basically, because I heard this before, they was like, you have the look, the talent, the energy that we want, you just don't have the exposure, you know what I'm saying, and so I'm like, if I just need that one break, you know what I'm saying, I just need them to see me, okay, and then, you know what I'm saying, that's how you get booked for other stuff. So anyway, so, y'all, I had, you know what I'm saying, passed along, it was, you know what I'm saying, like 2 months or whatever, you know what I'm saying, where they kept on asking for, you know what I'm saying, send this, you know what I'm saying, and I wasn't supposed to say anything. Now, you know what I'm saying, I can say something or whatever, you know, but the last thing that was like, okay, we're going to, you know what I'm saying, you're going to now meet with NBC execs. When I tell you, bitch, now I ain't never got that far, okay, so it was a show on NBC. I ain't never got that far. I got, you know what I'm saying, okay, you know what I'm saying, we got your information, blah, 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 and then they throw me to the side, you know what I'm saying? So I, you know what I'm saying, been going, you know, and so in my head, I was like, I got this. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? It was like I was planning, you know what I'm saying, because I'm like, we was finna tape for a month. I'm like, okay, you know what I'm saying, I gotta, basically, I was just planning my whole life that I was gonna be on this show because the way that it was set up, how, you know what I'm saying, like it was boom, 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 boom. You know what I'm saying? And so even like when my friends were reaching out like, hey, Charsla, we go, you know what I'm saying? And I'm like, hey, I'm probably gonna be in town. You know what I'm saying? Hey, I'm not, you know what I'm saying? and so I was planning my whole life, whatever, you know what I'm saying? So, long story short, you know what I'm saying, I did not book the show. And when I tell you, like, I ain't gonna lie, like, I'm still kind of emotional now saying it, you know what I'm saying? But I just knew I had this show. Like, I'm finna be on NBC, y'all finna see me, you know what I'm saying? Your girl finna be on TV for real, you know what I'm saying? And so I really thought that I had it. It was nothing in my mind, because I really felt that I heard God tell me that I had it. You know, I felt it in my blood, KeeKee. Like, seriously, you know what I'm saying? Especially after I met with the execs, you know what I'm saying? They had emailed me and said, hey, you know what I'm saying, what's your food allergies, you know what I'm saying? Like, all the stuff, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, why do they need to know all this? Why they need to know my shirt size? Why they need to know my shoe size if they not finna pick me, you know what I'm saying? And they didn't pick me, you know what I'm saying? So I mentally, you know what I'm saying? Like, let me say, to be in the industry, you have to be prepared to hear a lot of no's. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And so the great actors that you know have heard so many no's with auditions. You know what I'm saying? However, the ones that you see big is the ones who kept going to auditions and was able to keep hearing those no's. You know what I'm saying? The ones who you never see is the ones who kept getting the no's and they stopped. You know what I'm saying? So I'm saying that to say that, like, it just pushed me. I'm like, okay, bitch, keep doing it. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, so I still been, you know what I'm saying, sending audition tapes and, you know what I'm saying, casting and stuff like that. However, but I'm not gonna lie, that show, I'm pretty she know, I didn't want to do nothing. I was at the house and I'm like, I just want to just be by myself. Yeah. I don't want, you know what I'm saying, because I know everybody was asking. They was like, hey, you know what I'm saying, hey, cuz, or hey, you know what I'm saying, you got the, and I'm like, to keep telling people no, you know what I'm saying, so I'm like, so you know what I'm saying, I'm still fucked up behind it. I'm not gonna lie to you, because for me it's like, don't let me get that far. You know what I'm saying? You didn't have to let me get that far. Yes, they did. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm like, I really thought I had it. Like, the fact that I met with NBC execs, bitch. I ain't never met with NBC execs, bitch. So, you know what I'm saying?
Would you have rather not to ever met with the NBC exec, or to have gotten that far to know that you are capable and they do want you? Well, I mean, because I know it's your time to shine, but like I told you, it's meant for it to happen to you. But in this right now, for that particular season of that show, it wasn't for you, because you're gonna win the season that you're supposed to be on. So it'll be whack for you to get on there the first episode and be out of there. Mm-hmm. So you know what I'm saying? Like, you got that far, you ain't never got that far.
Never, y'all.
And then the Lord is just showing you, like, okay, Charsla, let me give you a taste of it, because I know this is where you belong, but just hold tight. And it may be him testing your faith, like, don't give up. No, I'm glad you met them execs. They're going to remember. So when your face come across that table again, they're like, I remember you.
Yeah. Girl, I'm really emotional.
No, because you really you wanted that so bad. Yeah.
And I just wanted it so bad. It's like, cause I just felt that I'm like, I got it. You can't tell me. Like, you know what I'm saying? So
at least you was in the last group of people.
The last group.
Versus them saying, "Oh, it's better to get all the way up there than to be like, damn, you ain't memorable. That's why they didn't want you, but you've been coming." And then of course Hannah likes you.
Oh, she loved me. She was like, she said if they do not, you know what I'm saying, cash you, she said apply next season. She said you keep applying, because you, like, seriously, she was like, she said you have it. She said you just need the exposure. You know what I'm saying? And so, because, you know, a lot of times the people have talent, but they just don't have the eyes on them. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, I just need the eyes on me.
How do we get the eyes on you?
I need to book a show. You know what I'm saying? So when I book one, and what happens is other people see you, then they start, oh, I want to book her that was on that show. Then I want to, you know what I'm saying? So they just start, because you see somebody on one show, they, you know what I'm saying, they just start booking, but you just have to get on one show. That's why I'm like, I just need one show, and I already know, you know what I'm saying, because your followers go up, then you get, you know what I'm saying, brand deals, you know what I'm saying, you get all type of shit. I'm like, Sheen, y'all know, you know what I'm saying, y'all had denied me because I ain't have a, you know what I'm saying, 10,000 followers, you know what I'm saying, or whatever, you know, and but I forgot the what you call it, but then bitch. Well, see, that's what I'm saying. I just need my followers to go up so I can get the, you know what I'm saying, the brand deal and all this stuff, and then we'll, you know what I'm saying, we go from there or whatever, you know. However, I just knew that, you know what I'm saying, I had it or whatever, you know, so that was going on with that. And then, you know what I'm saying, like, my love life been fucked up. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not gonna, so on top of that, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
On top of that, you know what I'm saying, I was talking to, you know what I'm saying, a couple, okay? celebrities, okay? And what I really thought, you know what I'm saying? I thought that, you know what I'm saying, it was going to be, you know what I'm saying, right.
Yeah.
Or whatever, you know what I'm saying? So, it happened at the same time as the show, you know what I'm saying? So it was like, let me say, it was like, I was like on a cloud 9. Because I was like, okay, I'm finna get booked for this show. And then I'm talking to celebrity, you know what I'm saying? I was like, oh, I said, your girl is doing good. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, love life is, you know what I'm saying? And then, you know, but okay. And so I was like, you know, and then the fact that the show, and then now I don't, you know what I'm saying, want to talk to him, you know what I'm saying? And so it was like, let me say, if I could be
double whammy.
Double whammy. It was like both just like, because it's like, okay, you got the dream man, right? And then you have the dream show. You finna get both of them. And then the fact that you did get that, or, you know what I'm saying, it was like, but damn, my heart dropped twice. You know what I'm saying? And so it was like, on top of that, you know what I'm saying? So it had me in, you know what I'm saying, a whole, like, because like, when I stop thinking about the show, then I'm thinking about him. Then when I'm not thinking about him, I'm thinking about the show. Then I'm like, you know what I'm saying? So it's, you know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna lie, like, I was fucked up every time I turned. You know, I was in a space. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? To be honest, if I could be really transparent, I'm bagging out of the space. I'm not even finna come on here and be like, oh, it's all cool, niggas, I'm recording. Bitch, no, I am still, you know what I'm saying, trying to transition from, you know what I'm saying, Heartbreak, you know what I'm saying, and both the show as well. So, you know what I'm saying, so I don't have it all together right now. I'm a fucking mess, okay? However, I am navigating, you know what I'm saying, and this is life. Or whatever, but you know what I'm saying, like she said, it is a beautiful thing to have, you know what I'm saying, people like this, because even when, you know what I'm saying, I'm like, I don't want to be bothered, I don't want to talk about this, I don't want to, you know what I'm saying, whatever, you know what I'm saying, I'm so happy that I have her, you know what I'm saying, that I can call, and then, you know what I'm saying, because I'm like, I was fucked up, and I'm still a little, I'm not gonna sit there and lie to you, you know what I'm saying, I still am, because even, you know what I'm saying, like, when I see a post, or, you know what I'm saying, or something.
I see that. It came on my TV. I said, get the fuck off my TV.
You know, or something, and it still kind of fucked me up. Yeah. Or, you know what I'm saying, like, if he texts or something, you know what I'm saying, it's still like, so that right there, I'm still, you know.
You navigate.
I'm navigating.
One day
or whatever, you know what I'm saying. And so I'm like, yeah. So, fuck both of y'all. Okay, I'm playing. I am playing. It's not fuck you. Listen, you know, we got love for each other. But however, I am, you know, trying to get back to, you know what I'm saying, like, just, I don't know what I'm trying to get back to, but all I know is a sense
of normalcy as far as not being on an emotional roller coaster.
Yeah. Because I'm like, damn. So I heard a song or something, I'm like, damn, he sent me that song.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and I feel like it'll all come full circle. You know, it may spin a block back again, you just never know.
Mm-hmm. I'm sorry.
No, you're fine.
Yeah.
You've been needing to get that out.
So anyways, that's what we've been going on. That's what has been going on. But when we have not been recording, you know what I'm saying? But we are so happy to be back. I am happy to be back and just get this out because, again, this is my therapy session, and so I be needing, you know what I'm saying, to get this out, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, our families and friends don't be knowing, but, bitch, we come and we talk to y'all, okay? And so y'all know way more about business, you know what I'm saying, than the people who don't watch. So thank y'all for, you know what I'm saying, you know, staying to the whole video.
True to the game.
And we love y'all, you know what I'm saying, seriously. You know, I'm praying for you.
Thank you, girl.
And you know what I'm saying, like, I'm here.
Of course.
And yeah.
One day at a time.
One day at a time. We making it.
We still go dance in this rain.
You know what I'm saying? We go dance in the rain or whatever. And you know,
it's storming, baby.
You know.
And guess what? Silly Squad. Silly Squad.
Okay. And we out.